Soroka, the executive director of the Port of Los Angeles. There weren't enough berths to handle the number of vessels arriving. There weren't enough cranes to unload the vessels. Crane operators, who make up to $300,000 a year, there weren't enough of them either. There weren't enough longshoremen to drive the shipping containers to the vast parking lots surrounding the ports for short-term storage. And there weren't enough warehouse workers to steer all that stuff to the proper tractor trailer before it hit the interstate. There weren't enough truckers to pick up the cargo once it was loaded into trailers. And on the other end of the interstate, wherever those trucks were heading, there weren't enough warehouses and warehouse workers to distribute the goods fast enough. We basically took a year's worth of product and jammed it into 6 months of entry. Matt Priest, president and CEO of the Footwear Distributors and Retailers of America, FDRA, told Sourcing Journal. We've just been jamming it through the ports, and that's going to create a lot of challenges, especially when you couple that with the fact that the longshoremen and others have been impacted by COVID like everyone else. It's the perfect storm. This is what we've become. A nation of shoppers, clickers, and waiters. We fancy something, we hunt for it, we get giddy at the magical words free shipping. Nothing is ever free. And then we wait for those packages to arrive. Our shoes and dehumidifiers and computers and life-saving medications are manufactured far away and often have to travel 10,000 miles to get to our doorsteps. Who has time to think about that? We unbox and unpack so much that watching unboxing and unpacking is a popular genre on YouTube. Our trash bins overflow with cardboard boxes and plastic wrappers, inflatable packing strips, plastic tags, and instruction leaflets written in a dozen languages, some of which gets shipped back to Asia to be turned back into pulp. The most destructive myth about it all is that Americans have no choice in the matter. But we do. Introduction. The high cost of cheap stuff. When we consider the role of manufacturing in our lives, there's no better place to start than with textiles, which are both ubiquitous and essential to human survival. In the intervening years between our swaddling and shrouding, we wrap ourselves in an astounding array of decorative and protective layers. Worldwide, the textile industry is worth about $3 trillion. That figure includes the production, refinement, and sale of synthetic and natural fibers used in thousands of industries that employ more than 60 million people. For most of history, textile and clothing production was as central to society as finding food and shelter. Let's take a moment to thank our ancestors for their ingenuity. It took tremendous imagination and skill to transform plants, animal fibers, and insect threads into fabric. It also took tremendous commitment. Pre-industrialization, producing clothes could require the combined energy devoted to food cultivation and shelter building. That's a lot of work, which may be why "clothe thyself" was one of the Judeo-Christian God's first commandments when jettisoning Adam and Eve into the world, and we've been cranking out garments ever since. Many of the fabrics we wear today have been continuously produced for more than 5 millennia, though the precise dates of their invention are impossible to know due to the inherent vulnerability of natural fibers. Woven cotton fabrics crafted more than 6,000 years ago have been found in Peru, Africa, and India. Linen was extravagantly difficult to make before industrialization. It could take a village a full year to transform the flax plant into ready-to-weave linen threads. When you're in London, you can marvel at the oldest extant woven garment in the world. A V-neck, floor-length, fine linen dress with smartly pleated sleeves and bodice made in Egypt, carbon dated to around 3400 BCE. The oldest woolen garment is a pair of trousers found in a herdsman's grave buried 3,000 years ago in what is now Western China. And silk threads made from the hardened